Hello coffee friends! In our latest video we made espresso using an Aeropress, using just 2 paper filters and a little special technique. However, there was some room for improvement, so in the second part of that video we're using another product to hopefully improve our espresso quality. So let's hop into the kitchen and get brewing. Now for the second method, we are going to be using the Fellow Prismo. Fellow is a company that makes a bunch of coffee gear, most notably is probably their beautiful kettles, but they also make some brewers, and we recently stumbled across this Prismo. The Prismo is an attachment for the Aeropress that replaces this basket with a few little differences. First off, the Prismo has a one-way pressure valve at the bottom, meaning that as you pour liquid into the Aeropress, it is going to contain all of that until you begin plunging down. Second, we have this metal filter that comes with the Prismo, and that's going to more closely emulate the basket in an espresso machine versus the paper filters that we were using before. Now, Fellow claims that using this Prismo will increase the pressure coming out of your Aeropress. We can neither confirm or deny that because we don't have a way of measuring the pressure coming out of here, but these things alone should improve the quality of our espresso. So let's get into the recipe. We're going to assemble this on here. It is a bit of a tight fit, so just make sure it's on there well. Once again, we are going to be preheating this whole thing. With the Prismo, you can see that in fact, it is leak proof. I can pour boiling water in there and nothing is dripping. Just gonna place that over my vessel and plunge some out. Make sure to discard all of this rinse water. And I've already gone ahead and ground some coffee. Now where the Prismo comes in handy with this recipe is that since no liquid is going to be dripping out of the bottom, we can agitate the grounds with the water to extract more out of that coffee. Because if you remember in the first recipe, one of my issues is that I couldn't go fine enough on my grind because I don't have a dedicated espresso grinder here in my house. And so if we're able to agitate those grounds before plunging them through, we will be able to extract more out of that coffee and get a stronger cup, more similar to an espresso. Make sure you have a timer. And we're going to start that as soon as we begin pouring in the 60 grams of water. Now, like I said, we're going to be agitating this with a spoon for 30 seconds. So I started agitating right after 10 seconds, so I'm gonna stop when my timer hits 40 seconds. Be sure to remove that from your scale and get ready to plunge right at 1 minute. With the Prismo, as soon as you begin plunging, liquid is gonna come out, so I just set it nicely right on top, and then once we hit 1 minute, plunge quickly. Already just looking at it, I can see that it has some more of that sediment and those fines from the metal filter. And it tastes great. It has a heavier body. It's still really sweet and juicy, just like the first cup, but we were just able to extract more out of it and get a more similar beverage to that coming out of an espresso machine. So those are our 2 methods for brewing espresso with an Aeropress right at home. If you have any questions or if you have another way that you like to use the Aeropress for espresso, let us know in the comments down below. And until next time, happy brewing.